Right, hello, it is currently Boxing Day. I hope you've all had a nice Christmas day, and it is the second of my 12 days of the Spriggan Gamer. Okay, right. What did you get for Christmas? Have you had a nice Christmas? How was your Christmas? Please answer these in the comments, and are you excited for the remainder of this series? Okay, so today we're on Geoguessr, and I was searching through the maps, and I found one which is actually the place I live, okay? This is a map of Lichfield, so hopefully I'll be able to recognise some places and tell you stories of what's happened in some places. I have played this before. As you can see, I've got 21,324 points, okay? But, there's 500 plus locations now. When I last played it, there was only about 20 locations. So you couldn't really play it more than once without getting bored, okay? So kind of the same location used to come up a lot. So I think I've played 2 or 3 games, and that's my score, okay? Like, the best score from the games I played. Some of them I don't recognise, because it is a fairly big place, and I don't know what the parameters are like on this. I don't know whether it includes the surrounding areas of Lichfield, because there's lots of little villages around and lots of countryside around where we go cycling normally. So I don't know if it includes that. It could put you somewhere which is a farm and you don't recognise it. But I'm going to try and get the best score I can, because I said Lichfield was a big place, but in terms of the world, it is a small place. Therefore, you have to be very, very accurate to get the high scores. I don't know how many meters away you have to be, but I suspect it will be about 5 or 10. Okay? So if you want a top score, which is 5,000, you have to be incredibly accurate. Okay? So let's just see how it goes. Okay, this is my first map. Right. I do not recognise it. Right. This is not my house, by the way. It's a very nice house. They like their Vauxhalls. They've got a, I think they're both Corsas, actually. And is that a Toyota Yaris? I think it might be. Don't kill me if I'm wrong, please. Oh, that's a very nice house. There's some horses over there. Right, hopefully, if I follow this road, I'll pop out somewhere I know. Right. I don't recognise it. Obviously, Lichfield is a city. It is one of the smallest cities in the UK. It has a population of around 30,000. When I say one of the smallest, there is a city in Wales, which literally, St David's, it has a population of about 1,500. But in terms of the city, it is quite small, and there are kind of towns which are bigger. There's quite a lot, actually. It's not the smallest city in England, because I think Wales is the smallest, actually. I know where I am. I know where I am now. I know where I am now. I know where I am. I recognise this. I think I do anyway. Yeah, I do. I do recognise it. Basically, the Darwin Walk is a walk which goes round Lichfield, which we do sometimes, and we come out of this gate here and go in there. And I remember we walked, I think this is it anyway, I've not done it for a while. Anyway, we walked up there. Yeah, it was here. We walked round this field up there. And then there were some horses in the field, and we climbed over the stile. And then these horses just came charging at us. It was probably the scariest moment of my life. The main centre of Lichfield's over this way. There's the famous cathedral over there somewhere. I don't think we can see it. But trust me, it's over there. And anyway, these horses, they charged at us. And it was the scariest moment of my life. Literally, we had to quickly evacuate and get back over the stile. And we literally just dashed it down the countryside path to get away from these horses. It was quite terrifying. Anyway, we couldn't actually complete the walk, because the walk kind of goes round here and then round back into Lichfield. We kind of had to cut it short and go, like, down this road and then back that way. So we didn't actually do the whole walk, but since then I've done it and the horses weren't there, so we have completed the walk. Anyway, yeah. So this way, up here, it leads up to a place called Fradley, which is northeast of Lichfield. I'm actually quite surprised I didn't recognise it at first, because I have been down this road. Yeah. Yeah, one time we were coming up this road, and there was... This isn't a good... These stories aren't good stories, it's just whatever I think of when I see this place. But recently, about 2 weeks ago, we were cycling up this hill, and there was a car coming, so we pulled in here. But the car actually wanted to go into the farm, so we got quite embarrassed and we had to cycle away. But yeah, we were just being nice and letting the car pass. That's the thought of it. So this is around where we started, wasn't it? Yeah, we started down here. I'm surprised I didn't recognise it at first. I mean, I suppose it kind of feels different if you're cycling or going in the car. I suppose kind of you get a different kind of image of the place. Yeah, so this tells me the parameters are quite wide. Down here there's a kind of a cycling track sort of thing. We might have to go for a bit before we get to it. I really don't want my house to come up. If my house comes up, I'll have to edit out that round, because I'm not kind of showing you where I live. That would probably be a bad idea. Anyway, yeah, we might have to go on for a bit. I think we're nearly there. Yeah, so this road is a bike ride we do sometimes to get to Fradley. There's a nice cafe there, and it's just a bit of exercise. Yeah, so I think this is the track here. You can see it over here, can you? Yeah, this is the track. So it's not this bit, it's like behind that fence. And my brother used to cycle round that track. And there's sometimes events there that they do car races there. And like these different types of cars are going around the track. Kind of like, they're mostly self-made kind of cars, like kit cars. Basically. And yeah, right, let's go into the map. So here's Fradley. We're between Lichfield and Fradley. It may take me a while to find it, because I don't really look at maps that often. So I believe, I have a feeling it is... I'm really having to zoom in. Is there increased size of map? Good, because I couldn't see it. I was literally 2 centimeters away from the screen. It's either this road or this road. I'm tempted to say it's this road. Yeah, because there's the sprint course, and you turn right and get there. Okay, so I believe I'm trying to get this exactly as possible. We're somewhere around there. Yeah, right, is it return to start point? Right. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't know how to judge this, because I don't really know where these roads come out, at all. I mean, I want to be as accurate as possible, but I don't know how possible it will be. Do you reckon these roads coming out, do you reckon it's the farm up here? Let's see, because there's got to be 2 coming out. So that's one. Now, is there one a bit further up? Because if there is, then yeah, I know where I am. Yeah, there is actually. This one here going up there. So we are kind of here, maybe. This does make sense, because this road is straight and that is straight, and these are the 2 roads going to the farm. When did we cross over water? I don't remember crossing over water. Is there water? There must be water. For this to make sense, there has to be some water. Where's the water? Where's the water? Is there meant to be water around here? Anyway, I don't really know what this round thing is here. Is that this? Aha, it might be this here. Does it? But it doesn't. There's and it pops out there. But that's pretty much opposite that road, and that's not opposite that. Jesus, this is hard to judge. Right, you know what? You know what? We're actually on this side. We're on this bend here. So the water's actually up there. Okay, got it. And that mustn't be that. Okay, let's return to start. Because I know I was pretty much in my start, but yeah, because yeah, we're closer to Bradley here. Okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I reckon that's alright. No, not there. Yeah, we're kind of about there. Right, I'm doing it. Right, we were actually on the other side. Okay. Right. That's disappointing. Because we were closer to Fradley, so those two roads must have been something else. Those two roads must have been somewhere else. Oh, if I'd have zoomed in, I would have got the houses. That was a missed opportunity there. I didn't know you could see houses. 290 metres. It's quite a good score, but anyway, I'm not that pro at Geoguessr. Right. I've got a feeling I know where this is, but I'm not 100%, okay? I've got a feeling I've been down this road, but I don't exactly know where it is. Oh, actually, all the houses look the same. It might not be where I think. So I've played a lot of World Geoguessr, so as in like I've not had to kind of. He looks like he's working hard. He's looking at the Google van. My dad was actually on Google, but they've updated it since he featured on it because he saw the Google van coming out of our drive, so he basically ran out. Yeah. But they've updated it since, so you won't find him. I'm a bit confused actually. I thought I knew where this is. This is where I've just come from. I thought I knew where it is, but it's not where I thought now. I really don't recognise it. I mean, the houses probably all look the same anywhere. And from the last one, I know the parameters are quite right. Anyway, yeah, what I was saying was I've played a lot of World Geoguessr, but that's kind of just guessing countries. It's not going right down exactly to the road, if that makes sense. So, yeah. No, I don't think I've ever been here in my life. Really don't. It could be like the last round. It could be that I have been here and it's just taken me a while to recognise it, because that did happen. There's the postman. Is that our postman? It will help if that's our postman, because then I know I'm near to my house. You can't see his face. It's impossible to tell. Right, do I recognise it? I must recognise it. I must recognise its road. I'm sorry to say, I don't recognise it. Do you recognise it? I mean, I only really go from my house into the city centre. I don't really travel around other kind of neighbourhoods. I'm tempted to make the accusation that this isn't actually Litchfield. It's probably, like I said, the parameters are wide. What's this? Oddfellows. I've never heard of it. Ah, dear. Ooh, the plough. Is that called the plough? The plough. That rings a bell, you know. The plough. That rings a bell, but I don't know where I am. I think I ought to recognise it. The railway. This does not. It's just. Let's have a look at the signposts. Right. Oh, so it's saying Shenston is one way. Now, Shenston is, I believe it is, it's a tiny village. I know that. I I don't know which direction it is from Lichfield. I think it might be... It's on the train route to Birmingham, so it will be here, yeah. But I've never really been to it, you know. Aha! Here's the train station. Right. Righty-tighty. It is Shenston, okay. That is the train station on the train route to Birmingham. It's the stop after Lichfield. So you go through Lichfield, which is up here. You go zooming through Shenston, because it's a tiny village, so most trains don't stop there. And then you go off to kind of Birmingham or Sutton or Villa Park. It's the train route we get to Villa. So yeah, I'm going to struggle. You know why I'm going to struggle? Because I'm going to struggle because I don't recognise any of it from the train station to the house. The Plough, I don't think I've ever been there, you know, quite a lot. It's quite a common name. Right, let's see if we can find the train station. It's here. So which way do you think we came from? I think, because it's quite a small village, I think we went through the village centre. This is a lot harder than I expected. So did we come on this road? Yes, the Plough. Right, we did go past the Plough. Now, when did we turn off? I seem to remember seeing a roundabout. But was it this? It was probably this. Right, where are their houses? No, I don't think we went this far, because that's getting out of the village. I reckon we were around this housing estate. I'm going to put it there. Okay, because I'm not going to do that yet. I'm just going to put it there as a rough guess, because we were down a little cul-de-sac. Right, should we try and get road names? That would be very useful. Right, would be very useful if there could be a road name here. We're back to the old man, who is doing what he's doing. He's not there, he's disappeared. Right, okay. Is there a signpost? Yeah, they normally blur these out. It's frustrating when you're trying to get a good score. Right, we're going to have to zoom into it from here. Oh, I can't read that. Loudon Close, I think that reads. Oh, why did they have to blur it? Is there anything that looks like it says Loudon? Aha! That says Foden. Ah, right. So I might have just read it wrong. So this is Foden Close. But all of this mysterious junction of roads is Foden Close. Anyway, so where did we start? So this road isn't Foden Close, I think. Is it? Was it down there where we started? Wow, this is absolutely confusing. Right, well, just where did we start? Right, we started on this one, and there's a train line. Ooh, what am I doing? There's a train line behind us. Oh, right, okay. So, is there a train line behind these houses? Yes. And it says... Wait, where's the train line? Wait, I thought this line here was a train line. No, this line's a train line here. Okay. And we don't know what these lines are. So that means we are on this one or this one. Right, the houses do actually... Look at the houses, they correlate on this one, don't they? Because this house is kind of at a... The garage and the house are at like a tilt. And then there's this one here, which is this one. And then there should be one more. And then the junction. So yes, we've got this bang on. Yes, come on. 15.2. That is a very good score. Even on such a small map, it is a very good score. I'm proud of myself. No, we were not there. This game, we were not there. We were clearly at the top of the road. I'm sorry, but that's wrong. Right, play next round. Hopefully we actually get one in Lichfield this time. And straight away I recognise it. So we're on Eastern Avenue. They've clearly done this in the summer because the grass is very very kind of strawy. There is actually this is Lichfield, by the way. There's actually a Vauxhall garage here. Now this is where, because both my family, both my mum and dad, they both own a Vauxhall car. My dad has an Antara, my mum has a Zafira, so we bought them here. We go here very often to kind of get them repaired and get for like MOTs and stuff. And I remember when my dad was we parked our car here, and we wanted to get our car kind of, we were selling our car because we were going to buy a new one from the garage, and they were going to take the money from our old car off our new car. So basically, so the guy came and he wrote down notes on our car, and we got a price for our car, and then he went in and he was like, I don't remember the exact figures, but he said your car is worth 1,500, because it was quite old at the time. And then I was very young, and I said, that's really bad because Dad wanted 3,000 for it. And then they found it really funny. And it was kind of my way of trying to get him to up his price. But he didn't, because car salesmen are very stubborn. Yeah, basically. I was in that shop like 2 weeks ago because they had to pick up my mum's car because there was something wrong with it. What else is down here? That I can tell a really bad story about. Aha, so we've probably gone from like summertime to like springtime or autumn time. The trees are looking very kind of orangey. There's not much here actually. There's a pub there. I've never been there. There's a Chippy there. There's a little Tesco there. I've been there a couple of times. The cathedral is over there. You can see the cathedral. Honestly, the Lichfield Cathedral is quite an amazing thing to look at. Oh, what am I doing? Where's the cathedral? There. If you've never been, but because I go quite often, there's always events there. I always see it when I'm in town. Basically, the kind of goodness of it wears off after a while. But anyway, yeah. Sorry, I know somebody that used to have a car like that. I just wanted to see if it was them, but it's not. Okay. Right, return to start. Right, so they are building houses here. Anyway, so Eastern Avenue, what's its road called? Norwich Close. Right, I'm going to get this bang on because I know where we are. Eastern Avenue is this road here, I think. It is classed as an A road. So Norwich Close, it will be on the inner side of the road. So there's the Vauxhall garage. So where's Norwich Close? Norwich Close is here, so I believe we're about here. Or are we on this side of it? Wow, I'm confused. Wait, if the Vauxhall garage is... Which side is the Vauxhall garage on? The Vauxhall garage is on this side, and we're on the further away side from it, because we've got to pass its road to get to it, if you see what I mean. Yeah, I think we're good there. There is its road as well, which, yeah, I think we're good. Let's do it. Spot on! Literally, you found me at that spot. Oh, that's amazing. And I've got 5,000 points, so it must be 10 meters. I mean, I was 10 meters away on the last one, but the game decided to put the kind of flag thing in the wrong place. Yeah, and we weren't on that side of the road. Play next round. Right. A country lane. Great. They're just the hardest ones to judge. I know where we are. I do know where we are. Yeah, we go cycling along this road often. Is it, I think I'm where I am. Yeah, I am where I am. Actually, are we? I don't recognise that house. I don't actually know if I'm where I thought we were. Wow, this is confusing. Can I see the cathedral anywhere? Because it will give me a good kind of... If I'll look here and be like, the cathedral's north, that means we're south because it's in the centre. Hey, who's it? Cyclist? He must have had a right shot when he saw the Google van coming down. Do I know him? I don't think I know you. I mean, he might not be from Lichfield. He might be anywhere. He might be from anywhere. No, I have to say I'm not where I thought we were. Yeah. So I don't know where we are. Oh, all these country lanes look the same. Honestly, they do. They really do look the same. And they're the hardest ones to judge. Like, there's not many things around for when you go onto the map. Not many things for you to kind of point out. No, I've got no clue where we are. Hopefully, like, you know, like with the Shenston one, after a bit of exploring, we found a we found a train station. We found kind of a big kind of monument, kind of. I don't know what word to use. Which kind of gave it away where we are. But I don't know where we are. Aha, a signpost, that will help. So Litchfield is 7 miles away. Right. We're a long way away. Basically. There's a signpost here that could be a massive help. Harleston. Absolutely amazing. I've never heard of it. I clicked to do Litchfield Geoguessr because I wanted places in Litchfield, and we get Harleston. A place I've never heard of. So Litchfield is to the... Yeah, oh my, is the Red Needle north? I think if the Red Needle is north, east, south, west, then Litchfield is west of this place. That means we're... If Litchfield is west of this place, that means we're east of Litchfield. Okay. Let's try and find this place on the map then, should we? See, I thought when it said 200 plus locations, I was like, there must be some outside of Litchfield. But I didn't think it would be a place I've never actually heard of. Harleston. Right. Come to search Harleston. Aha, found it straight away. Good, good. Right. Harleston. Right, this is a tiny place. I'm going to say, if this is, we're onto a winner, if this road here is, this one here. I mean, we're not, but Hazelor Lane. Oh, they've blurred out the blimmin' signpost. Again. Oh, I still can't see it. Right, if I go here, will I see it? This better work. Honestly, Geoguessr, I'd be annoyed if this does not work. Right, is it? Right, I still can't see it. Can we go here and see it? Aha, Hazel Lane. That is it there. So we are currently there, but we need to go back to start point. Actually, back to start point. The big question is, did we cross a train track? See, I need to be way more observant. Did we cross a train track? I'm going to put us here for now, but it can be changed in the future. Right, everybody, look out for a train track. If you see one, shout at your computer train track, or your Xbox, or your iPad, or your phone, or whatever you're watching my video on. Just shout out if you see a train track. I don't think there's been one, actually. Train track. This is where we were, okay. So we are that side of the train track. This lane. Winterdine Lane. Winterdine Lane. Did we pass it? Did we not pass it? It's a big question. So if we're going up to the village, that would be on the right. Okay. So I am going to keep my eyes peeled out for a road, and then when we get the road, we're going to see if it's this one or this one. Okay, good. Okay, let's look out for a road on the right. There's a nice house there. Have we spotted a road on the right? I haven't. We must be closer to this village than I originally thought. There's lots of houses just scattered about. Right, I don't think there's been a road on our right. Is that one? No. So that means we must be around here. I think, yeah. Yeah, does that make sense? I have never played Geoguessr with this amount of accuracy before. Right, we spawned 2 houses there. I think I saw 2 houses. Are these the 2 houses together? Yes, they are. Okay, 2 houses there. So I believe we're about here. Okay, let's go. 490 meters. Wow. So we did go past the road. And was there 2 houses by this one? Where were the 2 houses? I'm not 100% convinced that that's right. Anyway. Yeah, I did not see that road. I was going quite fast. I could have easily missed it. Leicester? That's not near Lichfield. Right, I'm predicting another tough round. Why are loads of people parked here? What's going on? What's all the hype about? I don't know. And again, we're on a country lane. See, I told you Lichfield had loads of country lanes around it. This road, now do I know this road? I don't at the moment, but I might do in the future. What's this? I can't actually read that from here. I can see hot and cold. Hot and cold food, okay. Right. I'm going to, hopefully I'm heading, I know where we are now. So this is the route. Why did I go back to start point? That was a bit stupid. I need to get the name of this road. Wow, how have we just teleported here? This looks just like a little inlet kind of thing. That's where loads of people have parked there. Because it's kind of just like, that's a main road. So it's kind of just like a kind of stop off point. Because then it leads round here. And it gets back on the road. One would assume. Yeah, right, okay. So this road, it's the one that heads out northwest from Lichfield. So Lichfield's here. We take this road if you want to go to Rugeley, Stafford, Stoke sometimes. Yeah, basically. London, yeah, I've been there. So yeah. Right. So let's return to start. I know where this road comes out from Lichfield. Comes out is this one here, I'm tempted to say. No, actually, no, I think it's this one here. So we need to look for kind of like a little loop road on the side. Here, maybe? Are we here? There needs to be kind of a sticky outy road bit for that to be right. And is it this? Is that? That doesn't look like a road. Unfortunately, I have to say, I think that's in roundabout the right place. Because I'm going to see how far it takes me to get to this junction. And to be fair, I don't think it's a long time. Gee, it's taking a while. Or is that just because I'm extremely impatient? Yeah, look, this roundabout here. This is the junction here. It's nice to see places I recognise on Geoguessr. So yeah, I can't really see anything further up that could be it. I'm going for it. Okay, that was a non-existent road. And I got another 5,000 points. So I've got 2 lots of 5,000 points. Should have been 3 because that shows the one I am absolutely sure I was at the top of the road. But anyway, cool. So yeah, look how wide the parameters were. Like we got 3 places, well 4 technically that I recognised. I mean, I didn't recognise the start point of this, but then again, I quickly found out where it was and I recognised other things. I recognised these 3. This one took me a bit of recognising. Ooh. This one took me a bit of recognising, but I did get there eventually. This one, yeah, this one, I've never heard of that place, sorry. That's the only one I completely had no idea about. But yeah, that was fun. 22,964. Decent score. Decent score. How do I compare to other players? Okay, it's not updated it. Okay, fair enough. Right, cool. That's it. That's the end. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.